This is your girl K Reed coming to you live for Real Talk Radio 100 with the Unsugacoated Plug and Tea Talk Radio.
I'm missing Tiffany. She's here. She's coming.
People the lives that matter every day. Hey, it's your girl Tiffany R.
She's here, y'all.
Coming to you live.
And she gonna sing for y'all today.
Plug and Tea. Tune in.
It's your boy, your cousin, your baby daddy, and your side piece. That boy, D Slash Payne. We are coming to you live from the Unsugacoated Plug and Tea Show. Who got the tea? We got the tea.
We got the tea, baby. All right. What's up? This is your girl K Reed with the Unsugacoated Plug and Tea Talk Show, where we bring you weekly real talk, real people, real issues that matter every day. It is a blessing to be here today with the owner of Real Talk Radio 100, Malcolm Lewis Jackson, and our guest, Mr. Rock with Spade Entertainment. We have Spade Entertainment in the building today. Come on in, Rock. We're gonna dive right into this thing. I met Rock coming in, and I was like, come on over here and talk to us about
greetings.
Right. So we got Rock, and Rock is a producer. You're a writer as well, right? Extraordinary writer. So we got Malcolm. Malcolm deals with a lot of the indie underground. So let's get it going. Tell us, how long have you been a producer, Rock?
27 years.
27 years. What led you to get into producing?
Been born and raised Los Angeles, California, via Bryan, Texas, with my family and all that good stuff, in Houston. Been in the music business ever since, really. Been just about anything I can think of. Record labels, Grammys in 03, something like that.
So you did the Grammys in 03.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so who are some of the artists that you've had the privilege to produce for?
Oh, it was so many different groups that we worked in. Most of it was, there was a couple of groups during around the time of Motown for a little bit, but mostly independent groups and things like that.
So you was around with Motown. So you say Grammys, honey, ain't nothing like a good award show, because we are getting ready to head to the Stellars on next week. So have you ever worked with any of the gospel greats that's out there?
I haven't, but I have been involved with a lot of independent, gospel groups.
Okay, so like tell us a little bit more about your production company.
Spade Entertainment, when it popped in my head back in, what was that, 94, I think it was, something like that. Yeah.
And why Spade?
Well, to be honest with you, because I'm about as black as it gets.
Oh, and he is black too, baby. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, they say.
That's why you named
the berry.
That's why you named it Spade.
That's why you named it Spade?
Yes, ma'am.
That
yes,
is
sir.
a black card. That is a black card.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if for like my son, both of my sons, they're rapping and they're looking for a great studio, a great producer. For young men like my sons that's interested in getting into the studio, tell us about your pricing. What does it take to get into studio? What does it take to put your music out there?
Well, here's the thing about music. I think most people are always involved when it comes to the money and how it requires to make money and things like that. But above anything else, it's about the music. I can figure everything else out and do all kinds of things like that, but it's about the music.
It's about the music.
It's all about the music.
It's all about the music. What's your take on that, Malcolm?
Producer, he's about right. He's about right. It's about the music. The music is the most important thing that the artist needs to concern himself with or herself with, and his job His job is to concern himself with the music. The artist's job is concern themselves with the business side of it. Making sure their management is on top of the business. If they're their own manager, like a lot of them want to be, they need to make sure they're on their business because the music, that's his job.
Right. And so, like Malcolm say, the management, if they want to do their own management, that's on them. But for those who are out there who are seeking managers that are indie artists, do you think they should manage themselves, or do you think they need to seek out other people for management? What's your suggestion?
Well, there are different ways to look at it. If you want for the purpose of being stardom and fame and all that stuff, I mean, it can be done. But it's all about the ones that really have a love for the music. And when they have a love for the music, they're going to inspire, they're going to practice, they're going to do all the things that related to the music that's going to keep them to get better, and they're going to be inspired, and they're going to keep doing things, and then they'll have a reason for making the music the way they.
And for making the music, and then have a reason for actually getting an actual management team, because they'll be so busy and caught up in making the music, they won't have time to manage themselves. Mm-hmm. So I'll follow you there. Now, who are some of the artists that's out there that you never had the opportunity to produce for, that you wish that you had the opportunity to produce for?
Who? Well,
that you would like to work for?
I would like to see, well, I guess it'd be easier for me to say people who are not even thinking about anything else but to become complete about something and actually feel it and love it in their soul. And when they have other people see what it looks like and what it sounds like, sometimes like nowadays, okay, for example, and I try, with all due respect, music nowadays, they don't, it's carbon copy. They're not real about anything. So say, for example, if people listen to trap music, all right, that's cool, but why is it necessary that people have to keep playing the same thing as everybody else does?
Right.
But the ones that win are the ones that try to do something for their own.
Right.
Not just to copy somebody else's, but they want to create something for their own thing. I mean, it's like bringing, like if you want to change your name, you can have your name and not have the same name that everybody else has. If you want music, you don't have to have the same scratch, the same trap beat, the same this. And you might want to do something. You might find some music from India or something in another part of the world. As long as you have the inspired to do something that's unique. It's such a very big world out there.
Now listen, when we're talking about trap, we're not talking about no trap house, we're not talking about no dope house. Explain to the people what trap music is, because there are some people out there viewing that actually don't know what trap music is.
Trap music, it had a history from coming from the South. And we have to inspire, or you have to give credit for people who create something. So when it comes to trap music, the South is known for doing it, and they do a great job. Same with.
So that's basically like digital underground work, pretty much.
Yeah, to a certain extent. But for example, if you want to talk about, let's say, New Orleans.
Oh, wait a minute.
Just an experiment.
Wait, let's talk about it. Let's talk about New Orleans. We're talking about bounce.
Yeah, well, I mean, ultimately, it's not just one particular sound of music,
right?
But whoever has the ability to create something unique and do something that's not to get out of to come out of the box.
And that it is. New Orleans is very unique in what it is.
So I do say, for example, like right here in Houston. Houston is beautiful because that's how they started their own thing. And when somebody else starts their sound, then other people will enjoy it too. Right. If you go to New Orleans, they have their style and it's unique, and then it becomes good and they become stars and success. You go to, it's such a big United States, New York, LA, Florida, Manhattan. It's. I mean, I can't even imagine how many different places that.
How would you compare Atlanta, New Orleans, and Houston? How would you compare those three?
Absolutely.
Like, do you feel they're totally different? Because if you think about Atlanta, Atlanta is almost something sort of like New Orleans. That kind of put me in the mind of that, how they have that bounce and twerk and work and all that type of music thing going on.
There's a lot of things based on how beautiful music comes from the South. And it's not just saying because Black people are from the South, but I mean, it goes so many different directions to think about how things happen, where we came from as Black people, where we've been during the time where there was slavery, and Black people had to do things to survive, where they had to find ways to find food and eat different things to survive. And the music is the same way.
Right.
There was a time where people wanted to make something sound good and unique, and they didn't have the opportunity to go out and buy all these wonderful things, but they do it. They do it because they have the ability. That is something that Black people can always do something and make something happen out of nothing.
And Black people, you're right about it, because all we need is a pot and pan, and we gotta be. Now, you better. All right, now listen. Listen, you said that you went to the Grammys back. What was that? In 2003. You went to the Grammys back in 2003. Did you have the privilege of working with any of those artists during that time?
It's funny you should mention that, because I talk about a lot of inspired musicians over many years since I've started how old I am, because I've been inspired by them. But particularly that I never thought that one of the best moments in my life that I never experienced, that I didn't know I was going to inspire until I came to see Bootsy Collins.
Bootsy Collins, all right.
Yes,
ma'am.
Bootsy. Yes, ma'am.
All right.
I mean, you can always think of a whole lot of things, but it's something about Bootsy. He hits that bass. I mean, if you want to think about James Brown, he talk about the Big Payback. And he started during that time.
Right.
And nobody really knows about what he was able to until they started understanding what he was able to do. Now,
okay. Well, I see you talking about old Bootsy Collins and James Brown, but have you ever worked with, being in the industry for 28 years, have you ever touched gospel?
Well, considering my age, most of the time that was direct for the music industry or the direction of where I wanted to become, it was probably about hip hop. So, and I always, a lot of the facts of what I know is not just because, I'm from LA, I'm from this. No, it's not. That's not what this is about. And Black people, they have a problem with not supporting each other and giving props for all the people that earn their right to have those props.
And then we wonder why we don't have the support of one another.
Exactly. So when it comes to me, yes, I was born and raised in Los Angeles, California, and I have family in the South, but New York, they started with that hip hop. I mean, hip hop is the thing that brought me to go in the direction of where I was. I wasn't born in New York, but you have to give them their props, because when they started during those times, especially, here's the thing with youngsters nowadays, I love them, but sometimes they gotta start learning how to learn about the business and everything that they've been involved to.
Right.
We're talking about stuff like what was it? Cool in the Game, not Cool in the Game, excuse me. Rapper's Delight. That was my brain is not on it right now.
I don't know nothing about Rapper's Delight.
Hip hop.
Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah, I didn't know.
You have to know about those things, because if you
that was real rap back then as well.
Exactly.
Wasn't talking about all that killing.
Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Fly.
Yeah, that was
You
music.
can't just go around nowadays and they say, I'm a rapper. Okay, well, what do you know about? I don't know that stuff. Well, how you gonna give them their props about when they started doing that stuff?
Right.
You know, and it's about being right. It's about not being right, but it's the same thing about everything else about
So they
us as
basically
being
just
black.
giving props to put something in their
Mhm.
rap just to make a rhyme instead of actually knowing the history and the foundation of where rap is coming
You got to
from.
be proud of our people.
Exactly.
You can't just go around thinking about things the same thing. It's not even about rap. It's about if you got a family reunion and you don't even know your family. You don't know your history about people. You don't know what's my name. My name is Washington. Okay, what's your family? Oh, I don't know. I don't know my grandmama. I don't know my grandfather. I don't know all my great grandfather. I don't know why because this is part of your life, your history.
Right.
We talk about Columbus and we talk about George Washington and we talk about all this.
But
But
don't
what
even
about
know your own family
us?
history.
We got
Exactly.
about us, and that's about our music
Exactly.
because we've been doing this forever and we can't just forget about it because I'm going this way without remembering about where we came from with that.
Right.
I
And
like
so
that.
basically, you are more of a hip hop producer, but you informed me that you wouldn't mind tapping into the gospel world, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, so for you viewers out there that's into music, that's looking for a producer, tell the people how to get in contact with you because I took a tour of your studio right before coming up here, and oh my God, it is very exclusive down there.
Spade Entertainment.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do some behind the scenes after the
Quick,
show.
quick and simple. SpadeLife1.com.
SpeedLife1.com. And we can hear some of your beats on what artists music that's out there that we can hear some of your beats.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. You hear that, Malcolm? Coming soon. He said he's not going to divulge anything. Do you have any questions for our guests?
If I had music artists that wanted to utilize your services, they would go to spade1.com.
Mm-hmm.
Spade1.com.
Yes,
I'm,
yes,
I'm
sir.
about to put it into the comments right now. I have a bunch of them that come through here. We kind of slacked off on interviews the last 2 months as far as artists are concerned, but we're about to crank it back up again. And I would love to collaborate with you and bring some down there, and maybe y'all can make some hits.
Well, this is your girl, K-Ree, with the Unsugacoated Plug-in Tea. We ask that when you come on that you will like, tag, and share. Like, tag, and share. We come to you every week from 7 to 9. That's with myself and my co-host, international gospel recording artist Tiffany R. Sings. And if you have not downloaded her new hit single, Bury the Past, we ask that you do so. That is one hit you don't want to sleep on. That is one international gospel recording artist that you don't want to sleep on. Tiffany, you see, I wear these wigs weekly. Tiffany will make your hair shift. So please do not sleep on Tiffany R. Sings. And I hear out there. And if you're interested in getting your tracks out there, your songs out there, you write as well, correct?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
And make it as easy and quick and simple for you, as easy as it gets.
Okay.
If you want success, I can give you as the easiest 4-letter words.
And what's that?
Love for the music.
Love for the music. And there you have it. The CEO founder of Rock of Spade Entertainment.
Is your website correct?
Yes.
Spade1.com for any music artists who would like a new producer, new beats. I do have one more question before you go.
Sure.
A lot of artists, you talked about trap music. A lot of artists like a certain kind of sound. Can you touch on every sound that they would ask for?
Ultimately, it's about as easy as it gets, if that's as far you want to go with it. But it can be simple to make trap music.
It could be simple to make trap music, but you can make all music, all genres,
Much.
all different sounds in hip hop. There you have it from Spade Entertainment. He's located at 4201 Cypress Creek Parkway, Suite what?
167.
Suite 167, y'all. Y'all check him out. Check him out. You're watching the replay. Y'all check him out. This is Spade Entertainment on Unsugacoated Plug and T Show.
Well, we bring you real talk, real people, real issues that matter every day. And again, do not sleep on international gospel recording artist Tiffany R. Sings. Thank you, Rock, for being in the studio.
Peace, love.
Peace.
Thank you.
So we are going to go to a commercial break, and we are going to play the sultry sounds of international gospel recording artist Tiffany R. Sings. Bury the Past.
Ooh, you went quick. Bury the Past. We will be with Bury the Past in just a second from Tiffany R. Sings as she comes back into the studio. That was music producer, Spade Entertainment. Spade Entertainment, y'all can find him at 4201 Cypress Creek Parkway, Houston, Texas, 77068 in suite number
167.
Suite number 167. The name of the song is again
Bury the Past.
Bury the Past.
Bury the Past from my very own.
Is up next.
Yes.
By Tiffany R. Sings.
Now, wait a minute. You are a PK kid. So you put a handle to that. Put some respect on that international gospel recording artist, Tiffany R. Sings.
There you have it, y'all. We're on the Unsugacoated Plug and T Show. And this is internationally known. Tiffany R. Sings with Bury the Past. Y'all enjoy it. We'll be right back.
Let's talk about easy. Like fee-free easy. And no minimums easy. Plug.
I'm gonna bury the past. I'm gonna bury the past. It's feeling inside me. I'm gonna bury the past.
Sing it now.
Hey.
Come on, y'all. Hey.
I'm gonna bury the past. Bury the past. It's feeling inside of me. Oh no, it's not gonna last. I'll go away. Man, I couldn't catch a break. All of those tricks looks in my face. I heard what you said and it was so fake. Has to keep moving. Has to keep pressing on.
And pain can weigh you down. I've been awakened and turned for faking, and nobody can stop me now. Oh. Come on, y'all, bury the past. Hey. Oh, bury the past. Downtown, haters try to make me clowns. All for me to go. I wanted to be below ground. Hey. Come on. Trials help to mold ya. The enemy had an edge on me. Don't let him fool ya.
Just let God hold ya. No, I won't give up. I got the victory. And you feel that you just don't have enough. Oh, just look to the hills from which cometh your help, and know that God is there. Just keep the faith, keep your head in the race, because He is your friend. Face rapping.
Hey.
I know he was on the song.
Huh?
That's right.
Well, no, that's not that.
Oh.
No, it's bass.
Oh,
My husband.
oh. I thought you said it today.
Sound like you said this Hey guys. Hey, rap recording right here. Yeah, just baby, we talking about bury the past. I need to bury that phone, girl. I need to bury that phone, obviously. Obviously, my season for Androids is almost up. These kids, I tell you, are saying, Mom, you need to invest in an iPhone. But I just can't really work in iPhone.
I really think you can.
But I mean, like your song say, bury the past. Honey, this phone is about to be a part of the past.
I really think
And speaking of bury the past, and we just had Rock who said that he in 2003 he went to the Grammys. He was a part of the Grammys. Well, let's talk about awards. Girl, we've been approved.
Yeah.
We've been approved for the Stellars. We will be going to Atlanta to the ATL. We'll be hitting that red carpet. Yes, we are. Thank you all for all our supporters.
Yes.
Thank you for Tiffany fans, for Miles Prospering Mime. He's going to be going out there and performing in some of the indie reviews that's going to be out there. And I just ask that you guys just continue to pray for us as God elevate us and take us higher. For those
I brought up, I'm sorry to cut you off. I brought up and I told
you always
him
cut me
that
off. You don't even need to apologize. You cut me off, girl. I don't even care, girl. You so international. You cut me off at inches. Just because you're international.
I said the topic was behind the scenes while working towards greatness.
Right.
Because we go through a lot. We sacrifice a lot. People don't see what we go through and what we have to do to get, all they see is the glory, or they see, oh, this person's doing this, doing that. But you have no idea how many sleepless nights we have.
So many sleepless nights. Just this week alone.
Nights we've cried because things didn't go the way we wanted them to go, but we keep getting up. You keep pushing, like you got to keep pushing. And I think that people have to understand nothing great comes by giving up.
And that is actually true. Nothing great comes by giving up. So through the 123 days of my vicissitude, I heard in one ear, girl, you is homeless. You better stop. You ain't going nowhere. You better give up your production company. Don't do no more stage plays. Forget that talk show. But then that was on that ear. But this ear, I kept hearing push, K-Ree. Push. Well, then it was KP.
Yeah.
God gave me a new name.
Yeah.
But so back then it was push, KP, push. And I was like, no, I don't want to push. In previous shows, we talked about depression.
Yeah.
I mean, I went through a great deal of depression in trying to deal with 5 kids on the spectrum, and dealing with homelessness, and dealing with trying to being homeless yourself, and then dealing with trying to still go out and do your ministry, and feeding the homeless and giving toys to disadvantaged kids. Although my kids at that moment were homeless, we still gave of our time. We work every year effortlessly with Darlette Johnson Bailey, who is the CEO and founder of Kids in Dance over in Missouri City, who is the very person that founded Houston's on Beyonce. So every year we go out there, my comedian character, Sister High Shade So Ty Wiggins, go out there. It is what it is, milk and cookies. It's milk and cookies with Sister Wiggins. And I'm saying all that to say that even in the midst of my vicissitude, I got out there this season, but I didn't want to. But it was something saying push. They don't know what it takes for us to do what we're doing. Tiffany, I don't have a dime. and you know I don't have a dime. All I have is a vision, goal, dream, and
But hold on, wait a
desire for
minute.
greater.
Hold on, wait a minute. You do have a dime. They just haven't caught up to you yet.
Oh, what? All right. Look. That's why you see this. That's why you see this, baby, because money is going to follow me.
Yeah.
And when money follow me, it's a blessing to be a blessing. Look, the wallet, money. Money is going to follow us, and it's going to get us to where we got to go.
Right. When you were talking about giving to the homeless, I have to. I don't know, Mr. Malcolm, if you can chime in and find this person on the Facebook, but his name is Pierre Garrett. He's the brother to my love base. He has an organization, a ministry. He goes and cooks these gourmet meals and gives them out to the homeless every week. Every week. He's helped them find homes. Type Garrett, Garrett. I just text him. Let's see. That's him right there. So he has so much. Send him a message because I don't know if he got my message, but I want him to call in tonight and tell us what he's doing with that. Because we're talking about behind the scenes, working towards greatness. He's definitely one person that I know that he makes these meals out of his money. He does get donations from some people, but most of it comes from him. And him buying these foods for the homeless and clothing. He sets up food drives and all kinds of things. So I definitely, when we see people doing great things in the city, we want to give them an opportunity to actually talk about it.
Right. And as you say, he takes that money out of his own pocket. Like I say, when we had nothing,
right,
we gave.
Exactly.
And we have been giving back to the community. Johnny and I, we did.
Yeah.
Over the past, and we did that. And we're continuing to do that. And you just don't know what it takes. And being the recipient of receiving Thanksgiving baskets and then not having everything you need in the basket.
Right.
That brought us about to doing Operation Blackout Poverty.
Right.
When we give for the Feast of Hope, which is annually, we not only give canned goods or necessary things that you need for the meal, we give you the entire meal. I don't know if there are any out there whom are watching has ever received a basket from the Feast of Hope from Operation Blackout Poverty. But when I tell you, we give the full meal.
Now, what's in this meal?
Baby, in the meal, you got your turkey.
Because I'm seeing if I need to get one.
Oh, all right, listen. Listen. Baby, you get your turkey, your ham. Now, you go and you pick up your box, but there's never the pie and the we call it cold drink in New Orleans.
Right.
You don't get no Thanksgiving basket with no cold drink and no pie.
Correct.
Baby, we give you the pie, the turkey, the ham. We give you all that. And we don't give you that coming from someone else's
Did I put
pocket.
some Zatarans in there?
Well, baby, look, I don't think we ever did. I think we did do seasoning.
Okay.
We did do some seasoning too.
Did y'all do the dirty rice?
No, they made their own dirty rice.
Okay.
Now you could call us and we'll make you a good pain. But we had all the fixings for you to fix your dirty rice and all that other good stuff. But what I'm saying, I said all that to say, Tiffany, we provide you with the full meal, and we actually hit 23, no less than 23 families at a time.
So tell us, in doing that, what obstacles did you run into? Like, how we see the end result, but what did you go through trying to get all that together? Talk about the people who were supposed to be there that didn't show up to help, because people don't understand what happens behind the scenes.
Well, what actually happens is everything was always well with us during that time, but even in having a husband, even in having a mate, you don't have it all together financially. Right. So we even had a financial struggle then, but we was not worrying about ourselves. Why? Because it's a blessing to be a blessing. Right. So we knew that in doing what we did and what we do for the community, we was going to have. So one particular year, I would say that we didn't have anything. We moved in a house in Missouri City, and people, we overcome by the tests and trials of our testimony, right? Okay, so we didn't even have a stove to cook a meal, but guess what we did? We still gave to the community. And do you know what happened to us that very year? Girl, ask me what?
What happened?
Girl, we ended up with not one, but 2 Thanksgiving meals for our family.
Oh, wow.
Cooked. Personally cooked by none other than Dorlette Johnson Bailey of Kids and Dance.
Oh,
so basically, we had 2 hams, we had 2 turkeys, we had 2 of everything for a Thanksgiving feast. Why? Because we stepped out on faith and we did what we were supposed to do, what we was called to do, and that was to bless others. It is a blessing to be a blessing. Yes, we had the money to get the things that we needed for our family, but we didn't have that stove to cook them. So we did what we had to do to give to the community, and then we was blessed with 2 meals. So it takes a lot. It really does take a lot in giving to the community. Some people don't want to do it, but I mean, try it and watch and see how God bless you.
Yes, we did. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. I agree. Because when we're doing things, sometimes it looks like things are just not gonna come through.
Right.
And you that last little push. If you don't push yourself to do it, it's not gonna get done.
Tiffany, that's why the songwriter says sometimes you have to encourage yourself.
Yes.
So give me just a little taste, not too much.
Okay.
Wait, okay. Tiffany, look, you got to stay ready. You is a PK kid. I'm a PK kid twice. We got a PK kid over here, and you know you got to stay ready. Right. Now I know it's not time for you to sing us out, but you're talking about encouragement. So just give us a little piece. Now I ain't got no wig glue on today. So don't make a shift too much. When I get happy, I'm gonna cut you off.
And I've been working. But I'm tired.
So you said we have to encourage ourselves.
Yes.
So let the people know how we gotta encourage ourselves, Tiffany. Just a little Tiffany. This part is already splitting because she knows.
Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Sometimes you have to speak victory during the test. And no matter how you feel, speak a word and you will be healed. Speak over yourself. Encourage yourself in the Lord.
All right, Tiffany, don't start, Tiffany. Don't start. Yeah, baby, because let me tell you, I'm getting back with Tiffany. She's going to help me in her background once more. I used to sing background for Tiffany. I loved it. I'm getting back. I am getting back before she get all the way up to the top. She's an international recording artist, but she is going
and about that, I just want to 2 people who, because I'll say this, people know me, people may know the old me, but they don't know the new me. They don't know the Tiffany that has prayed and fasted and that has overcome insecurities, depression, all kinds of things. They don't know that Tiffany. They know Tiffany that was insecure. I just let people tell me whatever. I was a follower. That's who they remember, right?
They remember,
and that's the hardest part of this journey, because people want to address you how they remember you, but no. There's a new person here,
right?
So I need you to come on and ask God to give you the discernment and the spirit of how I am now, because this Tiffany don't play,
right?
That depression, insecurity, I don't care, because if you say something now that would hurt me and that I would let hurt me, let's say that, I don't let that ride now. So I'm at that point, because a lot of stuff you let people dump on you, and you don't say anything.
And that brings about depression. And
right.
Then,
and you know, then people get mad when you call them out, but it's like, but you was coming at me, but you want to keep dumping on somebody, and then you expect them not to say anything.
But listen, you know I have a new name. I'm walking right. Love on a new management. And check this out. You know, Tiffany, what I tell them? Don't you send for me unless I send for you. Because I'm not that old KP. I'm K. Reed. And you're going to handle me with the respect that I deserve, the respect that I require, the same respect that I give you, you shall give out to me. Again, don't come for me unless I send for you. See, and like you say, you're working, I'm working, we're
Right.
trying to keep this show together. They just don't know how difficult they just don't know how difficult it is to keep this show running, to deal with kids. How many jobs you have, Tiff? 9. How many jobs you got, Tiff? You got about 9, and I got 99 and a half.
3, at least 3.
At least 3. You're running your own business.
And 4.
So, right. You're running your own business.
And the Zumba class.
And that's what I'm about to talk about now. So let's talk about this Zumba.
Okay.
Let's talk about this
Zumba.
Zumba.
That's the iPhone.
Let's talk about this Zumba.
So, guys, I posted the link. It's on my live.
Now, wait. You're asking me.
That's
live on air to plug this iPhone up with this disrespectful Android charger. I can't do nothing for you, man.
So y'all,
so give me my juice back.
Oh, y'all, this is real live TV. We out here tonight.
Yeah, we out here tonight. We're having fun.
Look, we got it. They got a thing right here. Okay, guys. So hold it.
You see how she got me working for? I told you. I work for her, she worked for me, we work for each other. We're gonna get the job done.
Because I don't want this to die on them tonight. Definitely. Did it come on? Did it charge?
I don't know nothing about no iPhone. That's it, the
light. Okay, yeah. Okay. All right, so hey y'all, I'm here, we're here. The Zumba class that I started back, I am a certified Zumba instructor. I got certified last June. It was something that my ex-husband at the time, he didn't know about. It took a whole day, 8-hour day of training. We had to learn all these steps that some of them I still don't know. I'm still practicing. But we were taught by, actual Zumba instructors that have been doing it for a year. So I actually got a certificate to teach Zumba. And there were people smaller than me, larger than me in the room.
Right.
I always wanted to do it, but my size held me back because it's like, I'm not a size 2. I don't feel like I can teach Zumba or whatever.
Right.
But when I got there, I was so surprised. It was so welcoming to see different shapes and sizes of people. If you're interested in getting your license, I can help guide you on that.
I'm not interested in getting my license. However, I have paid up.
Yes, you
for
have.
4 weeks. I am ready to get my Zumba on, to go coincide with what I already have set forth in place with my brother, kinesiologist Dr. Blair Anderson.
Yes.
So with the personal training and the Zumba, what I like about Zumba, girl. I be seeing all them women flipped upside down.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm 47, but I still got it. You understand what I'm saying? So are you able to do all the flips and twists? I see some big girls be big.
We do a lot of popping, a lot of shaking in my class.
All right, popping and shaking. Speaking of popping and shaking, am I my brother's keepers? Personal training with Blair Anderson DBU is going to be offering twerk classes, twerk soon. And for you Christians out there, we're going to have praise exercise as well. Because some of y'all don't want to, twerk, but y'all want to praise him. Y'all need to be fit to run around the church. Because some of you churches, y'all run around 12 times to 50 times trying to catch your praise, right? So you get on that praise exercise and twerk exercise and Zumba.
Right.
Tell us how to enroll. Tell them how to enroll in your Zumba classes.
So my link tree is listed on my page. So in the link tree, I update it every week. The link for the Zumba class for that week is there. So I also posted the link here for them to go. It's $7. It's a $5 fee to me, but the rest is going to Eventbrite because that's the only way I could keep track of like how many tickets I've sold so far because it's like so quick. Eventually, when we get a building, I will offer monthly passes to the class because I'll just teach Zumba.
Just teach Zumba.
Yeah.
So speaking of teaching, you're a school teacher as well.
Yes.
So you just stated that you eventually will just be teaching Zumba. So does that mean you're going to stop teaching school?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. So you're going to have
I'm just going
that.
to teach the Zumba, for the week. For twice a week.
Twice a week.
When I get my space.
Okay.
So we're working on that now, so that because right now I'm renting at Soundbox Studios, which is a great facility. They have all kind of spaces. But of course, we want to have our own space in case I want to have a Saturday event, something like that.
So then you're gonna convert from every week to twice a week.
Yeah.
Now, how you gonna get God started and then stop? Meaning, how you gonna get me started?
I'm not gonna stop.
I mean, like, because I can't have every 2 weeks. Once I get into
I'm saying 2 times a week.
Oh, 2 times a week
instead of once
clarify,
a week. Yeah.
Clarify, girl, clarify.
Yeah, right now it's once a week.
I gotta learn how to drop it. How to get?
Yeah, right now it's once a week at Soundbox Studios on Thursdays. But when I get the building, it'll go to twice a week.
So what do we need to bring to the Zumba classes? Do you provide the masks? We have to have our own masks.
They taken the mask restriction down over there. If you want to wear a mask, you can, of course. My classes are no larger than 15 because of the amount that I've chosen.
So you supply the mats, or
we don't need mats?
You don't need mats.
No.
Okay.
If it's a thing that I've been started incorporating with jump roping in the Zumba class, I'm gonna bring jump ropes for y'all to use.
So what are you working on now at this very moment? Are you working on more of stretching, or are you working on more of the jump roping? And with the jump roping, tell the people, what do the jump roping help with?
Okay, so right now with the Zumba class is basic. You got salsa moves, you got merengue, simple because I'm not a techie dancer. I threw a little hip hop in there and a one zydeco song to kind of get people moving with that, to meet all the different cultures of people. So we're gonna be doing, it's really a full body workout. We're not doing jump rope right now, but I have in the past incorporated jump rope for like 1 or 2 songs throughout the whole set. So it's a 50-minute class, 50 to 55-minute class. You're gonna have like 2 warm-up songs. You're gonna get like a next level intensity song, and then you're gonna have like 3 high intensity songs. Then you're gonna have a cool down song, and then you're gonna have a stretch song.
I think I'm ready to hear the cool down song, because all that the high intensities, the low intensity, the low impact, the high impact. I mean, I'm a former athlete, but I'm trying to get my health back together. Right? You can't take me too fast, Tiffany.
And if you can't do all, and I always tell people, because I have people with different levels that come, if you cannot keep up with those steps, keep your feet moving. Keep your heart rate going, because you're still working out your body.
Right.
So you don't, it's when you get to that fat burning phase and you're sweating or whatever, and you get tired, just keep your feet moving.
So the fat burning stage, that's when you start itching and you get the fat itch and all of that.
It depends on the person, but yeah, and then you might get really hot, or just like the itching, like you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
Baby, I haven't had the fat itch in a long time. Tiffany, listen, I've come a very long way with my weight loss. I have been intermittent fasting.
That's what I'm doing now.
Since 2018. So which one are you on?
The 16-8.
Girl, you on a 16-8. Oh, Tiffany. Baby, are you ready for 24? Are you ready for 24? I've done 24, and I thought I was going to take myself to the king.
I started way back, when I first started my weight loss journey. I started at 13.
You started at 13. I started at 18.
14.
We started radio in 17.
Yeah.
So okay.
So the 13 hours of fasting I started with, then I went to 14, then I went to 16, then I went to 18.
I don't think I ever did 14.
Yeah, 14.
I went from 12 straight to 16.
Oh.
And then I did a couple of 24s. I don't have the desire anymore for bread.
Hold on, I think we got a caller.
We got a caller?
Hey, hold on, I think he's on the air. Yeah, hold up. Call 1 second. Pierre, if you're on my live, call the number that's on my screen. We wanted to talk about your ministry with your helping of the homeless. 1 second. You can get by. No. Let me give you this number real quick.
Pardon the interruptions. Like I say, we are not scripted tonight. We are really dealing with what's behind the scenes and what it take all entailed to keep this show running, to keep our everyday life running with the kids. Tiffany has one. I have 55. Is this 5? But they're like 55 of them, right? So, in working for the Astros, it takes a lot in dealing with 1,000 people and then have to come home and deal Tiffany. You need to come and get your nieces and nephews. Like really, and just give me little Isaac, and you can take all of them, and then you'll really have something to talk about as into how it relates into keeping all of this intact and keeping this show going. Because, honey, they are a handful, and the fact that you have Isaac, he's a baby, but these are grown adults. Isaiah. Well, get me together. Get me together. What Slappy said, I got to say the wrong stuff and you got to correct me. Isaiah, and we ain't losing him like the movie say. No, we ain't losing Isaiah, honey. We is not losing my nephew, but it takes a lot in running production companies. It takes a lot in being in the recording studio day in and day out and weekend in and weekend out. And then Tiffany is a praise and worship leader over at I was gonna say Garden of Gethsemane. Not a leader, but I am singing and assisting at Lighthouse Church, the Lighthouse Church. All right, praise and worship. So she deals with a lot. We deal with a lot. So that she's working, she's assisting over at Lighthouse Church. She's a school. What number is that? She's a school teacher. She's doing Zumba. I mean, she's doing a lot, and it takes a lot for us to do what we're doing. I don't even know. Are you coming to Atlanta? I'm gonna check my schedule. She's gonna check her schedule. She's so busy. She probably won't be able to be out there in Atlanta. But guess what? Her music will be out there. We will have. And the reason because I am preparing for something big. Something big, something great. Can you give us a little tea? Don't pour too much. Because we want them to be surprised. Let's just say there's some things I want to prove to myself that I can do. Well, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. For my son. Right. On my own. On your own. With God. With God. You know what I'm saying? That's where that scripture comes in there. Right. You can do all things. Right. Why? Because greater is in you. Right. Right. So greater is in you, so you're going to do greater. And I do believe your CDs are going to fly off the shelf. Right. And speaking of CDs flying off the shelf, we are bringing back You Only Get One. Yes. We are bringing back You Only Get One, the hit 5-time returning stage play You Only Get One. And Tiffany is the leading actress. So not only will Tiffany CDs be flying off the shelf, but those tickets for that stage play will be flying off the shelf too. So actually, you guys be looking. Ticket Bud, the tickets will be up probably within 2 to 3 weeks. Get your tickets early because we always have sold out stage plays. Sold out stage plays. So you don't want to sleep on this. We have a caller on the line? Yes, we do. We do have, is that Overseer Garrett Pierre?
Yes, God bless you, woman of God. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am excited about what God is doing.
Yes, I did mention you, and when I mention people, I would like them to come call in. I did remember you had another engagement tonight, so I was like, oh, I don't think he'll be able to. But thank you for calling in. I wanted to share with the listeners your ministry and what you do for the homeless in Houston.
Oh, well, I definitely appreciate that. No matter what's going on, it's always good to let other people know that the need that is out there in H-Town, that we truly need to be more sensitive to the needs of those that are less fortunate.
Yes. I told them about the dinners that you make for them, and you do get some donations, but most of the dinners come from your own finances. And I think that's a remarkable thing because, a lot of people, they try to help or they want to help, but they're not helping out of their own pocket for the most part. They're trying to get others to pay for it. So I did share that with the listeners as well.
Well, I definitely appreciate it. I mean, it is definitely a sacrifice, trying to in time had to make 300 plates a week. It was costing me right at $300 for $1 a plate.
Okay.
So you calculate that's $1,200 in a 1 month.
$1,200 in 1 month. So overseer, this is K-Ree. So CSC Entertainment LLC is not only a production company, but we have an outreach division as well, which is Operation Blackout Poverty. Now you do this every week.
Yes.
We do it the second and fourth Saturday of the month, second and fourth weekend of the month, contingent on the weather, and we just picked up the 5th. Can you tell us, when we get discouraged, what would keep us to continue to go out there to feed, to go out, because the harvest is right, but the harvest is right, but the laborers are few. And I be calling week after week after week for people to assist, but no one assists, only a few faithful few, maybe like 2 or 3, like the Carvis Bell. Carvis comes out, Carvis feed. He's very faithful in what he do. But like you say, you was paying like $1,200 and that was coming out of your pocket. Well, look at someone like me, once married, single mom now, but still trying to feed the blessed people of God, because yes, they're less fortunate, but they are blessed. Think about it. Those people, overseer, they actually eat more meals than me. They eat more meals than me. Overseer, as a diabetic, you're supposed to eat 6 small meals a day. But I've been fasting, so therefore I cut back from the table. But people just don't know that these people are blessed. And for the ones that feel they're not blessed, they are. So it's a blessing to be a blessing to the body of Christ. And I thank you for going out week after week after week, giving $300 a week, adding up to $1,200 a month out of your own pocket. Right. But people don't like to give to you if you don't have a 501c3. Let's talk about that.
Well, I have a 501c3. I've had it for many moons. So, even with that, a lot of people, I truly believe the main reason for the discouragement of assisting people or organizations is because of people's beliefs. Mm-hmm. Most of us, we operate out of our emotion. So if you're not doing, or you're not in agreement with something that I like or I participate in, then I won't assist you.
Right.
It has nothing to do with the work that is wonderful. It is wonderful to feed. It's wonderful to give. We give out clothes. We give out personal hygiene. I mean, I'm in the store. Sometimes I have to go to the dollar store, and I get the feminine wipes, the feminine FDS spray, toothbrushes, toothpaste. I mean, and it adds up. But at the same time, I look at the fact that, and you mentioned earlier, what is it that keeps you from getting discouraged? I'm going to tell you. For one, when we go out, we don't just give a plate of food or a hygiene packet. I'll stop and I pray with them and I'll talk with them.
Yes.
So when you hear their story, and everybody got a story.
Everybody does.
But there are those that just stick out, that will come to you and tell you, man or woman, if it had not been for this plate, I would have not eaten today. Mm. If it had not been for you bringing me a personal hygiene bag with soap and a toothbrush and mouthwash, feminine wash and sanitary napkins, I would have not been able to take care of myself today.
And I do believe that's one of the reasons why we do what we do here at CSC Entertainment with Operation Blackout Poverty, because we haven't always been in the position that we have been in. Never did we ever live on the street back then, but just recently we did 123 days. But even in the midst of our vicissitude, I don't know if you were listening, we still gave. Right. We was down to our very rock bottom, but we still gave. And because we was giving, my children really never saw a hungry day. I do believe that if you want a healing, you need to pray for the sick. I do believe if you want a meal, you need to feed the homeless. I do believe if you want a financial blessing, you need to sow a financial seed. So, overseer, I am a natural, true giver. I am a giver. I am a giver at heart. I am a blesser. Why? Because God blessed me. And when God enlarged my territory, I'm never going to forget where I came from. And I'm going to continue to sow into the lives of others because others sowed into the lives of myself. And in saying that, we would love to come out and minister with you on some of those second, fourth, and fifth Saturdays since you do it every week.
Yeah.
We would like to collaborate with you. We'll get your information from Tiffany so that we can speak a little further in doing so. We have something called Operation Pin U. Operation Pin U is paper eraser notebook uniform, where every year we collect gently worn school uniforms, put them in the cleaners, and give them to disadvantaged children. Now, in growing up in New Orleans, Louisiana, by my grandmother, I never went back to school during the time it was time to go back to school. I always went back to school after Labor Day.
Yes.
Now, my grandmother, she used to say, let them go to school and let them wear all their new stuff, and then you walk in with your stuff. And that stuck with me. So now CSC Entertainment, Operation Blackout Poverty, we do ours after Labor Day because everybody have all these school events that's going on before, and who take care of the minority community after school start. You just don't need these back to school events during the summer. You really need it year round. So we also have this thing called Spring Fling, and that is where we're trying to re-up. Spring break recharge is what it is. And if for spring break, we're trying to give more uniforms and give more school supplies. Because really and truly, 3 weeks that school are in, and some are, Tiffany's a teacher, she'll tell you, these kids, even within 2 to 3 weeks, they still need school supplies. They still need uniforms. So we try to do ours after Labor Day to cater to those who are going to school after Labor Day. So I would like to get with you on that. And then we also have the Feast of Hope.
Right.
And the Feast of Hope is where we feed every Thanksgiving, and then we have milk and cookies where we give toys. So we definitely would like to link with you. You're watching the Unsugacoated Plug and Tea Talk Show on Real Talk Radio 100. If you're just tuning in, please like, share, and tag. Well, we bring you real talk, real people, real issues that matter every day. Take it away,
so
Tiffany.
We're talking to Overseer Pierre Garrett. He has an organization. Could you let the listeners know the name of your ministry?
It's called I Am Fat.
Yeah.
And that is actually IAMPHAT, and it stands for Perfecting Health, Attitude Transforming.
Right. I never knew
because I was 700 pounds.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, you know what's strange and crazy about you saying that the ministry is called I Am Fat, correct?
Yes.
Now, you know we met at the Peer Atmosphere Center.
You met?
Oh, my God. And I was supposed to bring you on the show. Look at God. This is meant to be.
What?
Yes, our time under God is now. Yes, you gave away perfume for Mother's Day. Was that Mother's Day? Yes. And you have the dreads, right?
Yes. That's Base's brother.
Oh my God. Yes. Isn't this a small world? Unbelievable. So I knew then we said we was going to link up. So we're definitely going to link now.
Yes.
Definitely.
This is wild.
Yes. And so I wanted you, Minute Overseer, to I love the encouragement that you give to those who are out there. When I did have the opportunity on Father's Day weekend to help him at one of his events, donuts with donuts and dads, and it was more than donuts. He had these.
Now wait a minute, you had donuts and dads?
Wait, no, he had barbecue.
No, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. I'm a single mom, so Father's Day was my day too, and I didn't get a donut. I didn't get a donut, really?
Yes. So please, just leave the listeners with an encouraging word.
Please do so, Overseer.
Yes.
Well, I will definitely tell anyone all the time that, listen, I have my T-shirts getting ready to come out. We are greater together. We are better together. And I will employ anyone in the Houston and the surrounding area to go out and do something. Never think what you do is small. Never think because there's only 2 or 3 people that is working with you that you're not making a difference. Because each person that you touch, each person that you encourage, each person that you give one act of kindness will stop a person from murder. It will stop a person from suicide. It will stop a person from breaking in a house. It will prevent criminal mischief when someone knows that there's someone outside of their family that cares for them. So I tell you, we are better together.
Yeah, we are better together, and I am so excited that you came on, that you called in, because this right here is destined. Like I say, when you gave me that perfume and you gave me your card and I called, I couldn't get connected, but it wasn't time to get connected then, but it's time to get connected now. It is time, and I'm still ready to collab with you. I'm ready, whatever you would ask of me to do, I'm willing to do. Like I said, we go out on the, thank you so much. We go out second, fourth, fifth. Oh, and I appreciate you for being on. I will get your real information. See, I think you gave Overseer. I think you gave me that fake card. Yes, Overseer, you gave me that fake card.
I gave you the card. That card is for my business. That's my business line. And you could have all just called me and you would have got in touch with me direct.
And listen at this, Overseer.
To my cell phone.
And you remember the young lady you were saying that needed the job. Remember I was telling you about me working for the Houston Astros. We are still hiring. So with that being said.
What happened with her? She went back, I think, to Louisiana.
Okay.
So that's the only reason why I hadn't got back with Apostle, because he actually inboxed me tonight about the revival. So.
Okay. And speaking of revival, we have a revival coming up at a place called Victory on the 22nd. I will share that with you. We would love for you to be in the house.
Definitely.
Yes, that's with Overseer Dean Paisley and Pastor Randall S. Sims. Yes. So we would love to have you come out and worship with us. Gospel recording artist Damon. What is Damon's last name? Damon is going to be there. I got so much on my mind. I'm so much thinking about Tiffany with Bury the Past. I can't think of no other gospel artist. That's the only gospel artist that's stuck in my head right now. Yes, Damon Walker. You would kill me. Damon Walker, gospel recording artist Damon Walker is going to be there. Joseph's going to be there. The Holy Ghost is going to be there. And we are going to have a Holy Ghost time. So just come out and worship with us on the 22nd at a place called Victory. I believe Miles Prosper and Mime is going to be ministering on that night. I would love for you to meet him. You would definitely love what you see when you come out. And we thank you for calling in tonight. You have been watching.
Thank you so much, Tiffany. I appreciate you so much.
You will. Someone has a question for you.
Yes.
Yes, sir. This is Malcolm Jackson with Real Talk 100 Radio. I have one quick question for you, sir. When you guys serve the homeless downtown, I'm just curious as to where y'all set up, because we usually set up, I think it's the 2000 block. I can't remember, but it's right before, if you exit, what is that, 610 or 59, or you exit 59 You go down whatever that street is going towards Minute Maid Park, and we're right there before Minute Maid Park in an open parking lot. Is that close to where
You must be talking about Ruiz. We set up on Ruiz in Commerce.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
No, he sets up on Jensen.
Okay, well, we
Jensen?
set up on Jensen and Parker and Jensen and Cross Timbers and Jensen and Sumner. We work the Fifth Ward area.
The Fifth Ward area. So what you're talking about, Malcolm, that's Ruiz in Commerce, where that big lot area.
Yes, I know exactly where you set up. We try to on the upper part of Jensen, you know, there are Hispanic men. So we try to help this Hispanic men because it's just there's about 50 of them there. And then we go further down the Cross Timbers where there's a mixed group of people. And we service probably about 100 people there. And then we go further down Jensen into the deeper part of Fifth Ward of the Sumner in Jensen. And we be there.
Okay. I thought y'all were downtown. Okay. I understand. I was born and raised in the Fifth Ward. So I do appreciate that from the heart. Feeding Fifth Ward.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm trying to. My whole point is just to make a difference where people will see someone care enough to get them off the drugs, you know, get them off the street, and that they will begin to develop and find their identity. You know, so that's the main thing, that they find themselves again and become productive citizens.
It's an awesome thing you're doing, sir. If anyone wanted to volunteer their services for you or Kawana, how could they? So I'll ask this in two different prongs. If they wanted to volunteer to help you feed the homeless in Fifth Ward, how would they contact you, sir?
Well, they could either go to my website, and that is iamfat.org, or they could go to my Facebook, I Am Fat.
Facebook is I Am Fat, and that is PHAT.
.org.
Yes, sir.
So I Am Fat
Yes.
on Facebook.
Yes, sir.
Or iamfat.org is your website?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for calling in, sir. Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
And Kawana, the second question is for you. If someone wanted to donate their time and volunteer to help your organization feed the homeless downtown, how would they contact you?
Well, if you are interested in volunteering with Operation Blackout Poverty, you can reach me at 281-606-9651. That is 281-606-9651. And or you can email me at kpfilms, that's kpfilms2375 @gmail.com. And or you can hit up my inbox. I do respond 24 hours. If you would like to drop off clothing, gently worn clothing, shoes, you can drop that off right here at the station. Malcolm, you're here from what time to what time?
11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday. You can drop the items off here at Real Talk 100 Radio.
And what's your email again?
My email is kpfilms2375 @gmail.com. My direct contact number is 281-606-9651. We go out every second, fourth, and fifth Saturday of the month with my church family. That is Prophet Randall Sims, Overseer Dean Paisley, Miles Baylor with Miles Prosper in Mind Ministries, Carvis Bell. Carvis Bell is very loyal. He comes out with us every single time that we go out and feed. And Carvis, I just want to honor you and bless you with a $50 seed on this week, because Carvis is one of the most loyal, dedicated, hard-working actors in the industry. Carvis is also a singer for the Houston Mass Choir. Yes. And he's always on time, but yet, wait a minute. Carvis, I gotta give a little tea. You know this Unsugacoated. Baby Carvis, you always on time, but the first one to leave. So we're gonna have to start making arrangement, Carvis, to get you home so you can stay for everything. But we do love you, we do honor you, we do appreciate you, and we are gonna bless you with a $50 seed on this week for your time, your loyalty, and your dedication to God, not only to God, to CSC Entertainment. Please support my co-host international gospel recording artist Tiffany R. Sings. Tiffany, where can the people purchase your music?
You can purchase on Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon Music. You can go to Spotify, look up Tiffany R. Sings, as TIFFANI RSINGZ. Any musical outlet, just type in Bury the Past or God is Good, Tiffany R. Sings, you'll find it. And I want to tell the people too that my whole reason for writing Bury the Past was to help young women and young ladies and women in general.
Now, Tiffany, you need to stop right there. You're an international gospel recording artist, and the name of this show is The Unsugacoated Plug and Tea. And you are sugarcoating with these people. You're not being truthful. You're not telling the truth of your purpose of writing Bury the Past. Tiffany, why are you doing this? Tell them the real reason why you wrote and produced Bury the Past with your new squeeze. Tell the people the truth. Tell them the truth why you wrote it.
She trying to get the tea.
I need the tea. I mean, this is the Unsugacoated Plug and Tea, right? So let's be unsugarcoated.
In short,
you wrote it for who, Tiffany?
In short, I wrote it for me first.
Okay.
And then I wrote it for you.
You wrote it for me, girl. Wait, girl, this wig almost wig on. Wait, Tiffany.
Because to be
I ain't got no stocking cap on.
Political and to not be harsh and to not seem like I'm coming for anyone. We find ourselves in situations that no longer are benefiting us.
Like the songwriter said, sometimes we stay too long. Now that's R&B for you R&B listeners. Sometimes we stay too long. And he sent that song to me. And you're right. Sometimes we stay too long.
Because any situation that you are a part of, it could be work, relationships, friendships. If they are not growing you and pushing you to the purpose that God has called you to do, and they're dragging you down, you gotta walk away.
And everybody can't go where God is taking you.
I can't change your mindset about what I'm trying to do if you're not in there with me and you don't believe it with me, right?
And everything is mindset. And speaking of mindset, that brings me to my cousin, Anthony London. He's an author. He's from New Orleans, Louisiana. He has a book titled Mindset Therapy. Currently, I don't know. Let me just be real. I don't know all his tags, all his handles, but I do know he will directly speak to you if you go into his inbox to get his book. Right. And that is called Mindset Therapy. Author Anthony London from New Orleans, Louisiana. You got to get that book because it's all about a mindset therapy. Once you know better, you do better. And if you don't mind, it does not matter. And Tiffany, I thank you for listening to God when he gave you that vision to write that song, because he said, write the vision and make it plain so that they may run with it, right? So I love
it
that
almost
song.
Didn't get released. People don't know that because
it almost didn't work.
It almost didn't get released.
But now look at it now. Look at it now. How many views?
That one has more views, like 3,700.
3,700, but how many?
And then the other song, God is Good, 27 something. So in all, like over 5,000.
Over 5,000, which makes you a.
It's internationally streamed. It's been streamed in Amsterdam, France. It is going hard in New York, in the Bronx.
She said France, Missouri.
Germany, it was a few in Germany. So it's just amazing how when you actually do something.
And you step out.
No, it's not a million. Some be like, oh, it ain't a million, it ain't 10,000, but it's something to me. It's a beginning. You know what I'm saying? So to those out there,
but we're not gonna worry about those who saying no, it's not a million, because what are they doing? Where is their cuties? I mean, come on now. We're at the end, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat this thing. I don't sugarcoat. I don't hold my tongue. I'm born with a rare. Wait a minute, she didn't got me started. I'm born with a rare unique genetic disorder, and God should have silenced me when I was in the womb. However, he didn't, and I'm gonna use the voice that I wasn't supposed to have. I'm not going to sugarcoat with you. You're not going to sugarcoat with me. Who cares if you don't have millions? You have thousands, and millions will come. So, Tiffany, don't you give up on God, because he's not going to give up on you. Guys, in saying that, you have been watching the Unsugacoated Plug and Tea Talk Show, where we bring you weekly real talk, real people, real lives that matter every day. Again, don't give up on God because he won't give up on you. In saying that, we got a song for you.
Yeah.
Let's go. God is able to do.
All right. Hey,
Hey, give me a little piece, Tiffany, because you be singing too much. I could sing. I sang in Houston, Mass. Our concert is coming. Tiffany, our concert coming up. We've been on a 2-year hiatus because of the pandemic. Houston, Mass concert is coming up at the Garden of Gethsemane or Gethsemane. I'm gonna get it right. Kenny Green.
Say he really does do a great job feeding the homeless. Yes, he does. I Am Fat does an awesome job.
Yes, I'm gonna post on my Facebook page about the Houston Mass concert coming up on the 18th. Y'all come out and y'all support Houston Mass Choir, honey. Give us a little go.
Oh, hey.
She want to act superstars now. So, hey, I mean, that's what them superstars. Hey, listen,
Blue Bass is online.
Baby, your boo could get you after this show. Your boo could get you after this show because I sure can't wait to never mind. Okay. Tiffany, God is able to do.
All right.
God
is able to do just what he said he would do. He's gonna fulfill every promise to you. Don't give up on God, 'cause he won't give up on you. He's able.
Yeah, he's able. God is able.
He's able.
God is able to do just what he said he will do.
He's
gonna fulfill every promise to you.
Don't give up on God.
Don't give up on God, for he won't give up on you. He's able. Yes, he's a girl. Wait, Tiffany, you know I can't see for not knowing nothing.
Hey,
right.
Lisa.
I mean, it's weird. The girl, she done slid. Tiffany, girl, she really slid. Your singing really shifts my wigs. I'm not lying to you. See, you know what? For that Houston Mass Choir concert, I'm going to have on a good lace.
Yes, you are.
Because you know I'm a shouter, and I give God an undignified.
Flying off.
Well, baby, one year when I was at Southwestern Bridge, baby, I shouted with Ricky Dillon.
And it flew off.
Baby was under the pew. Baby, one of the tenors, they came back with my wig like this. So I got to get glued down. But hey, guys.
Shout out to Beethoven Gary. God is opening some doors for him with his music production. And y'all just keep us in your prayers as we go along, learning a lot. But his production
learning a lot and learning each other.
Yes,
I want to be a flower girl in that way.
Heard,
all right,
by different people. So just keep us lifted, guys, and y'all stay encouraged. Don't y'all not come back next week because we're gonna have an awesome show. We have coming up this month. Some people who have been in prison that want to share their story. Who want to encourage people that reached out to me. And also, if you lost power, had burst pipes during the winter storm last year, please inbox me. I'm able to add you to a list to get possible funding back for losing those items. All right. So you've been watching the what?
The Unsugacoated Plug and Tea Talk Show. Well, we bring you what?
Real talk.
Real people.
Real lives.
Real issues.
That matter.
Every day. All right. Peace out. See you next week. Pray for us as we go to the Stellars.
Yes. Share this video, guys.
Share the video. Share, like, tag. Share, like, and
left us on and he left.
Yeah, he left. You see how you do it?
We don't know how to turn this off.
We don't know how to turn it off.
Hey, Lisa, you talking about twerking. We not twerking in my class because I don't know how to do it.
Oh, but you want some twerking, you have to get with my brother. Blair Anderson, we will be doing twerking size.
I was giving
we will be doing. Oh, he gave us a little extra. You know how we extra.
Oh, Lisa. I know you work a lot, but one day you're gonna have to come with us on to my Zumba on Thursday.
On Thursday night, we got to get you stretched for Malcolm. Oh, did I say that?
I'm out. out of here.
Oh, that's it. We did say this wasn't gospel. It is unsugar-coated. It's unsugar-coated, honey. Yes, we're going to either get you in Zumba to stretch and drop it like it's hot, or put you with Blair to twerk and work. Now, for you praisers, we do have praisers eyes coming to a church near you.
Coming to a building near you. Much love, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Well, y'all ready to end?
We out.
We will see y'all next week, Wednesday night, on the Unsugacoated Plug and T Show, where they talk about what?
Real talk. Real people. Real issues that matter every day.
Yes.
If you want to talk about real issues, about real people, every Wednesday night, make sure you tune in to the Unsugacoated Plug and T Show on Real Talk 100 Radio. Make sure you go and give them a follow on their Unsugacoated Plug and T Show page on Facebook.
Donate them school uniforms.
Donate school uniforms. What's going on with that? You got to
donate. We do it every year. Operation Pin You. Donate those school uniforms so we can refurbish them and give it to disadvantaged children.
Just inbox Kawana.
Just inbox me. Show us out. We out. We tired.
They are tired. They're ready to go, y'all. Make sure you follow Tiffany R. Sings on Instagram and Facebook. Do you have an Instagram or Twitter also?
I do, yeah. Twitter is Tiffany R. Sings, and Instagram is Tiffany R. Sings 333, and so is TikTok, Tiffany R. Sings.
All right, be looking out for that CD release.
Make sure you put the R in the middle.
So Tiffany we're working on a worship song that's coming out.
See, we're so unsugar-coated, we don't even know how to stop.
We got a worship song coming out in the next month, and then I think I can say this. Okay, we're gonna have an EP by the end of the year.
And you're gonna have a signing.
We're gonna have the release party.
The release party.
Yeah.
And what about that video? You gonna have people?
Oh, this is a special video.
No, y'all, we can't talk about that. Y'all just know she gonna be up there with YA for y'all who don't know is Yolanda Adams. Trust me, she's getting up there. She's getting up there. Houston's finest.
We'll see y'all next week, unless they want to keep unsugarcoating the tea tonight.
We ain't unsugarcoating no more. My mouth dry, and you ain't got no tea up in here. Normally, if you ain't sipping, you ain't tripping. Ain't got my tea out here. They don't know what be in my cup.
They don't know what be in it. I ain't even got no tea tonight. I left it at the house. I'm trying to abstain for at least a week, and then I'll go back to drinking tea.
Oh, all right, tea. I know it be in your teacup.
We'll see. We'll see y'all next week. Kwana ain't no good, y'all.
Henny anything.
She ain't no good.
Henny anything. Henny anything. You gonna let me drive us to Atlanta?
No. Hey, since we want to unsugarcoat that, this woman almost killed us going to Atlanta. She drives like a bat out of hell.
We wasn't going to Atlanta. We was on that tour.
Louisiana
we was
somewhere.
on that Louisiana tour. We was headed to New Orleans.
I'm talking about, look, Tiffany. And then she'll slow down. And then she'll slow down.
And then I got him a ticket. I got him a ticket. I'm sorry. I'm telling the world I'm going to pay for that ticket. I'm going to pay them for that $80 ticket.
Swear to God, she can drive. But anyway, no.
We got that safe.
Driving us to Atlanta. Where's the Stella Awards at?
We're going to Decatur, right? Decatur, Georgia?
Decatur, Georgia.
Yeah,
okay.
You're not going to be driving?
No.
Not even come to the corner store?
Maybe to the corner store.
That's it, I quit. I'm getting off your station.
That's
it, I quit. I'm out.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all soon. Keep it locked. If you love underground music, if you love independent music, keep it locked to Real Talk 100 Radio until 6 a.m. in the morning. You'll get some of the best independent underground music in Houston and beyond. Keep it locked to Real Talk 100 Radio by clicking to www.Real Talk 100 Radio from your phones, your laptops, or your Bluetooth devices. Good night.
Good night.